Welcome, I'm Carolyn, and I'm excited to join you from the Italian countryside for a really simple practice to help undulate your spine and get things moving and flowing again after a night's rest or from a long day of sitting. You don't need a yoga mat, you don't need fancy clothes. Just find a space where you can move your body and take deep breaths. We're going to get right into it. So let's start on hands and knees. Coming over onto all fours. Perhaps propping on your fists if your wrists are feeling sensitive today. We'll start enjoying some cat-cow. So we'll inhale to draw the chest forward. And on the exhale, round your spine, gently tucking your chin into your chest. Inhale to arc. And as you breathe out, rounding and feel your mid-back puffing up towards the sky. Keep flowing like that. Opening the front of your spine as you breathe in. And rounding to open the back of your spine as you breathe out. Feel free to move at a slightly different pace than I'm guiding you through. And right away, you can witness how your spinal column is feeling in this moment. Your body is always offering you lots of information. Allow yourself to simply receive the information. And maybe your response to every little signal, every message, that you choose to respond with deep breathing. What a simple practice. Try a few more of these cat-cows. The practice today is all about gently opening the spinal column with little spiraling movements, easing the spine back open without rushing, without forcing. Try two more. And now if you could hold the rounded back, looking towards your knees, stay rounded. Feel your low abdomen pull up into your body. Take a few deep breaths rounded. I'll recommend that you rock your hips back to your heels a couple inches as you stay rounded, then come forward. And again, rock back. Pull your abdomen up. Cinch in the waistline. Doming open your back is incredibly healing and opening for your breathing muscles, your respiratory muscles that are in the back of your ribs. So we're purposefully rounding a fair bit in this practice today to unlock some of our stuck breathing muscles in our backs. Now, as you settle your shoulders back over your wrists and you look forward with a long spine, let's walk both hands over to the right a few inches. Knees stay as they are. Couple cat-cows over to the right, arcing and rounding off center. And I would always recommend, especially if you haven't practiced in a while or if things are feeling, that some of the messages are just interesting today, or some of the messages are of warning today. You just go about 60% of your capacity. We're not needing to force a really deep, massive stretch. Just take it easy. Focus on your deep breathing. Okay, taking one more over to this side. Let's gently walk our hands through center and over to the left now. You play around with how far over to the side they go. Again, less can be just as effective. It's really about your breath. Notice the kind of breath that your body needs you to send to it. Let's take 2 more on this side. And we'll come back to center. And now from here, go into that cow pose, so that arc in the spine, widening your chest forward as your sit bones tilt up behind you. And keeping your toes tucked the whole time, start to push back into a very brief stretched out child's pose, just taking a nice deep breath, still toes tucked. You're getting a little release into the fascia in the soles of your feet, arms extended out in front of you. And then we'll rise up onto hands and knees and round your back. Look towards the knees, rounded for 1 breath. Into a downward facing dog. You're in a great position now to simply lift your knees up. Have your hips really high up in the sky. Shake your head no softly. Take 1 deep breath in this downward dog. Feel all your fingers push into the mat. And today is about really easy flow for your lovely spine. So we're going to move through that gently. Knees come down. From tabletop, arc your spine. Maybe lifting your chin a touch more. And as you're ready, pushing back into that child's pose, still with your toes curled under. Arms can crawl, or hands can crawl a little further forward. Take a nice big breath. Feel your low back receiving your breath. Come on to hands and knees and round your lovely spine. Feel the tailbone tuck down. And downward dog, knees lift up. Maybe pedal your heels a little side to side. You move through that again. Tap both kneecaps down and arc your spine. Enjoy a full breath. Stretch the skin in your belly. Vertebrae in the back are coming closer together. Pushing your hips back towards that stretched out child's pose. Big breath here. Come onto all fours and round your spine. Round, puff your mid back up even higher, widen between your shoulder blades. This is a purposeful way to round your spine. Downward facing dog. How's your neck? And also, how's your jaw? Relax, release anything that's holding there. Okay, 1 more little mini gentle flow like that. Knees lower, arc your spine. That child's pose with your toes tucked. Perhaps your hips settle back even more to the heels. Releasing anything that feels locked in your feet or your toes. Float up to tabletop and round your spine. Deep breath in and out. Downward facing dog. You could pedal your heels side to side, keep your breath full, and observe, how does my spine feel? How does my neck feel? And take as much time as you'd like to start walking your feet all the way up between your hands. Take your feet all the way up so that you're in a standing forward fold. Separate your feet apart about 2 fist distance. bend your knees a couple inches, or unlock your knees, softly shaking your head no. Long inhale with me, and an open mouth exhale. Again, breathing in, welcome in more space to your body and mind. And as you take a cleansing breath out, release any stress you've been carrying. One more time, breathe in and let it out. Good. With bent knees, let's round up, dangle your arms as you roll slowly up vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up to standing nice and tall. So we'll continue working with some spinal undulations, gently flowing, just to get things moving again around the low back, the upper back. Static holds are a wonderful thing, but often it just will perpetuate some of the ways in which the body grips and tightens. So this practice again is all about fluidity and giving yourself permission to flow at a slower or faster pace than me, and giving yourself permission to do things a bit differently if you need that. Okay, so again, we'll just start to kind of connect to the spine, and we will inhale, combining movement with breath, our arms up. And on the exhale, take your arms out and down. So just two more like that. Inhale to reach up, away from your rooted feet, reach up to the sky. And say, almost like you can envision finding more space around your body, creating more space around your energy field. Last one, up. Clear it out. Good, let's reach up again. And this time, interlace your fingers and flip your palms all the way up towards the sky. And if this isn't serving you, you could do a slightly different variation, like grab opposite wrist. Or if possible, you're choosing the variation I have, and we'll lean our arms over to the right. Take 2 deep breaths here. Giving a little more breath and awareness to the left side of the spine, left side waist. On your inhale, come up and go to the other side. And we will repeat. This is a practice today of repetition. So know that another round is coming in a moment. So just ease yourself in for one more breath. On the inhale, coming up. Exhale out your mouth. Release your arms down. Now bend your knees. Feel your shoulders hunch forward around your chest. And as though your fingertips could kind of trace down towards the kneecaps, hug your abdomen in, and we're rounding slowly. Take as many breaths as you need to round all the way down. Bend your knees more, all the way into a fold. Down in the fold, let's lift just halfway. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale out the mouth. Fold in. Again, with bent knees, lift up halfway. And say, fold into the power of your legs. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Wave your spinal column forward. And say, unlock your knees, chin into chest, round up vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae. Your head will be the very last and final thing to stack up on top of your shoulders, on top of your hips. And when you're at the top, inhale, sweep your arms up. Breathe out your mouth, circling out and down with active fingers, with intention. 2 more times. Reach higher if you wish. Releasing some kind of stress, some old worry. One more. Reach up again. Interlock your fingers, flip your palms up, sway over to the right with your arms, breathing open your left side. Can you lift your chin off your chest slightly? Let's take one more. Inhale and exhale. On your breath in, rise. Let's go to the other side. Notice the connection of your feet to the earth, the power of your legs, and how your breath brings in more fluidity, more space and expansion. Let's slowly come up, lower our arms down. Now, bend your knees a lot. Tuck your tailbone down, tuck your bum down, chin to chest. Slowly roll down, rounding on purpose. You'll want to scoop your low belly in a lot. Breathe more into your back body. Can you slow it down? Let's lift up halfway. Breathe in. Breathing out your mouth, folding in. 2 more times. Lengthen forward, knees are still bent. Release some kind of stress, some kind of worry. And again. And drape your arms. And last time, let's round up vertebrae by vertebrae with your breath flowing fully. Whenever you reach the top, circling your arms way up towards the sky. And stretch your arms out and down. Unclench your jaw. Twice more. With every repetition, maybe you're going a little fuller into the body or into your breath. Circle your arms up again. Lace your fingers up in the sky, palms flip up, stretch over to the right. Try to align your left bicep back beside your left ear. As you inhale, rise with care and go up and over to the other side for 2 deep breaths. Slowly inhaling up, exhaling your arms out and down. Arms at your sides, bend your knees, drop your chin to your chest. Start to slowly round, dangling heavy arm bones, bent knees, rolling bone by bone into your standing forward fold. Good. Once you're in your fold, let's find a downward facing dog. And if you'd rather not take down dog, the option is child's pose instead for 5 or 6 breaths. Okay, it's always an option to do something a little different as well. Just checking in with how much more alert you may feel, checking in with how much more connected you might feel to your body and breath and to your spinal column. All we're really looking for here is more awareness. It doesn't have to be perfect or feel perfect. Can you simply become more aware? Okay, and from downward dog or from your hands and your knees, simply step your right foot forward, outside your right hand. Both hands are down, inside your right foot. Tap your back kneecap down on the ground. And on fists or fingertips, a few more undulations for your spine, bringing in a little more spiral energy for an easy entry into more mobility. So with your legs in this lizard shape, let's inhale, chest forward. And then round as you exhale, chin into chest. Perhaps pull your hips back an inch, not fully straight leg. And then heart forward as you inhale. And as you round, again, you could shift your hips back slightly, but your front leg still has a bend in it. Inhale to open the chest. And as you round, your front ribs draw up in towards your body. About 3 more. Good. The next time you bend your front leg, and keep it there, take your front foot even wider towards the right and maybe back slightly. And then let's start to take bigger circles with our pelvis so that your hips go back towards your back heel and way over to the left and way forward and to the right. And of course, your hips and your breath will tell you when you've gone far enough or wide enough with the circumference of the circles. And perhaps your chest is opening, you're looking forward the whole time, or you can also start to kind of circle your shoulders around as well. Just let it be free, let it work in the way that's right for you. Remembering that even if things feel awkward or a little bit sticky, it's often what helps to bring about a shift or a change, right? It's in the awkward, unfamiliar moments that change is sparked and happening. Circle in the other direction. How's the breath? Good. And then we'll come back into either a downward dog or a child's pose for about 5 or 6 breaths. And take stock of how one leg feels from hip down to toes compared to the other leg from hip down to toes. And either from down dog or hands and knees, we will now step our left foot forward, wide outside your left pinky finger, and tap your back knee down. Again, our hands remain down on the ground or on fingertips, enjoying some cat-cow undulations in your spinal column. Chest forward on the inhale. Round your spine as you exhale, chin tucked in, maybe more to open the back of your neck more. Keep flowing like that, arcing and rounding. Really enjoying your breath, really present with breath and the body. You might also find that you're cultivating even more appreciation for your body, for all its quirks, and more appreciation, hopefully, for your body's capacity to change and to open up. Let's take 2 more of these cat-cows. And the next time you have your chest forward, your spine long, Simply widen your left foot out towards the left, a couple inches. And take a few big circles around with your pelvis. Forward, way to the left, way back towards your heel and to the right. Stay committed to that deep breathing and to maintaining curiosity about your body. Maybe even more caring. Maybe there's more care that you're tapping into for your lovely body. And we'll circle in the other direction. Good. Okay, and then from here, a child's pose, a little different than a regular child's pose. This one is a heart pose. So from hands and knees, lower your forearms down, prayer your hands, take your knees back a couple inches, and sink your forehead back and down behind your elbows. And if regular child's pose is better for you, absolutely enjoy that instead. Or you're in heart pose with your hips stacked over top of your knees. It's more of a lat armpit stretch. And rather than letting your chest fully sink down towards the earth, could you try instead the tiniest bit of a rounded spine, tiny angry cat spine. Little lift up of your mid back, tuck your tailbone down an inch. Feel that effort to lift your front ribs up away from the earth. Keep pulling your hips back. And keep plugging your front ribs up into the body. More breath into your mid back. One more full inhale and exhale. And ease yourself up out of that and make your way to seated, into a seated position. If you could have crossed legs, then have your legs crossed. If you have a prop handy, you could sit on a cushion or sit on a block. Option to extend your legs out in front of you instead, if there's any kind of knee pain or chronic ankle pain happening. And complete our practice with a little more undulating, a little more spiraling for the spine, and in particular, the low back. Hands maybe on thighs or knees. And we'll start to kind of circle the chest forward to one knee and over to the other knee, and then back, rounding as you go back. Chest opening as you go forward to one knee and then the other. Exhale, rounding, tuck your chin. Inhale, forward, throat open. Rounding, keep going in the same direction for a few more breaths. And that permission remains to go at your own pace, to circle in the way that serves your body so that you're not heightening or exacerbating any pain. Give yourself permission to focus on full breaths. Switch directions. We want to be able to have full range of motion, right? Because life presents so many different scenarios and situations to us. So inviting the body to move in different unconventional ways when we're practicing yoga will prepare us physically as well as mentally for unexpected situations out in life. And then coming to settle yourself in the center, lengthening your spinal column, sitting nice and tall. And start walking your left fingertips over to the left. And reach your right arm up and over into a side bend. Enjoy a couple breaths here in this side bend. Ease yourself into it. Take your time. And now we'll start to add on little kind of interesting, different, kind of off-center cross-body movements. So start to round down. Look down towards your left thigh. Reach that top arm out beyond your left knee on a diagonal. As you next inhale, come back to the side bend. Open it up. Turn your right eye up towards the sky. Got some ants on me. It's okay. Love you, ant. And as you exhale, round. On that little angle, pull your mid back into the space behind you. And opening up, chest turning up towards the sky. Exhale, round. Any amount, rounding down. Take about 3 more times like that. Last one. And slowly come up, extend both arms all the way up overhead, reach up. Lengthen, lift up through your sides, through your back, reach away from the rooted quality of your sitting bones. Now right fingers land, find a side bend for a few breaths on the other side. Make your inhale as slow as your exhale. And now the next time you exhale, begin to round. Look down towards your right thigh while tucking your tailbone under you. Reach that top arm on an angle. Inhale, coming back to the side bend. Take your arm back behind you if possible. Exhale, round. So giving more attention now to your thoracic spine, upper back. This is where we have a lot of mobility in the spine. In your upper thoracic, around your shoulder blades, around your chest. But things get locked and stuck due to poor breathing patterns, due to not enough stretching, due to kind of chronic ways of moving the body. And it's all okay. We're simply becoming more aware, and we're simply deepening our breath as best we can. 2 more rounds. And then inhale both arms all the way up. Release it out your mouth as your arms circle out and down. Feel free to adjust your legs if you'd like them to, balance out by crossing your other ankle in front. That's always an important practice, or stretch your legs out. For our last minute or 2 of practice, give a little bit of attention and focus to our neck muscles. And gently spiraling through the cervical spine, the upper spine. So take your left ear towards left shoulder, deep breath. And very slowly draw your chin down to your chest. Deep breath here. And roll your head over to the right ear towards right shoulder. Sweet, big breath as you sit tall. Release your head to the right. And now gently draw your chin back down to your chest. And then all the way over to the left. These are little half circles for your neck. Take a few more of these half circles. Can you slow it down? Can you find stillness through your torso? Shoulders remain stacked over your hips, just isolating the movement into your neck and head. What a gift it is to slow things down. What a gift it is to take time. Nothing matters but this moment right now. You're still offering full breaths to your lovely neck for just a couple more slow half circles. Mindfully moving and mindfully breathing into your neck. And take time to bring your head back upright. One more for the neck. I'll invite you to have one palm on your upper chest. Place your other palm over top. Start lifting your chin 1 or 2 inches as your hands pull it down on your chest. There's no visible movement with your palms, but they're pushing in and pulling down to increase the sense of tractioning as your chin lifts up. Give some breath to the front of your neck. These muscles get locked short. You're noticing, you're aware, and you're offering breath to the front of your neck. And perhaps it works for you to tip your chin up a touch higher, pulling down with your palms for 3 full deep breaths. Now be very, very slow as you return your chin parallel to the ground. Lower your hands. Inhale with me and sigh it out. One more inhale. Let it out. And thank you for practicing this sweet, easy way to bring some movement and space back into the spinal column. Maybe you can sense your spine thanking you in return. And as we close our practice, internally connect to anything else that you're grateful for right now. Or who are you grateful for right now? Thanks for joining me, and I hope to do this again with you soon. Please come back anytime you need a moment with breath or a moment to unlock some of the hardness in your body or your mind. I'll be here.